Fuck you. Today we're just going to be doing a video running down what we reckon are... I've gone for more favourite fights, I think, than maybe the best, but...
Yeah.
Is that kind of what you've done as well?
I did a combination of both.
Yeah. Quality and favourite.
Yeah. 2021's been a good year for fighting, for fight fans.
It's been the craziest year. I reckon maybe craziest year ever. Like, the amount of shit that's gone on.
Probably.
Unbeatable fighters just getting taken out with kind of ease. And,
unlikely champions emerging.
Yeah, a lot of old veterans rising to the top. It's been fucking crazy, and they've just again smashed it out. Like, even with COVID and everything, they've brought it back, and it's just pretty much back like normal now.
Yeah.
So we get to, we've just done a top 5 of our favourite fights of the year, different top 5 each.
Should we give some... Actually, no, we won't give honourable mentions in case...
We give honourable mentions at the end, I reckon.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, so mine's just on my phone. Do you want to start it?
Yeah, go on, why not? Number 5, I had Max Holloway versus Yaya Rodriguez.
Yeah.
From a fight night a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
This was just an insane fight.
It was.
It was just back and forth action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Yaya ever looked like he was going to win, because obviously it's Max Holloway. I think he won like...
No, I disagree. Like, I reckon those leg kicks in like the first 2 rounds were fucking like... no one else was surviving.
I feel like Max has gone through Volk's leg kicks.
Yeah, and you reckon it's like the more power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I personally, I don't think Max was ever in danger of losing.
But he was forced to mix up with the grappling as well.
Yeah, I think he just... Part of me feels like he wanted to just kind of show it off.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really get a chance to in his other fights.
I saw people saying that Max was like shit now because he was getting paced up a bit in this fight. I think people just don't know how good Yaya is. He's actually so good.
I don't think he'll ever be champion, but he's like definitely...
Nah.
I feel like he'd probably beat Brian Ortega.
He's not well rounded enough, but his striking is like... It's like fucking insane. So creative as well.
Yeah, that's what kind of kills people, is
they don't know what's coming, like BJP.
Yeah. But Yaya broke his foot from his bloody leg kicks. That's how powerful he was throwing them.
I love just that video after the fight of them just
in the ambulance,
showing respect.
Yeah.
Like, there. That's why you do it,
But yeah, Max just proving again why he's the second best featherweight in the world.
He is the best
of
all time.
But yeah, that was my number 5.
My number 5 is Dominic Reyes versus Yuri.
Okay.
I think you had this.
This was in my honourable mentions.
This was like your number 6, wasn't it?
No, number 9.
Well, I made the top 10.
Number 9.
Made the top 10 at least.
Yeah.
Reyes was obviously looking to bounce back with a good win to kind of get him back in the title picture after getting obliterated by Jan.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, back-to-back murders.
Yep.
This was such a banger fight, though. I remember... I just forgot it was on this year. It was like one of the few main events I didn't actually watch. Like, I knew on the day, and then when it came to it, I was like, oh wait, it's just finished. This was just like Yuri's. He's insane.
He's insane.
He's like...
I feel like he's gonna fuck up everyone.
He is. I was thinking...
I can't see him losing to anyone.
After seeing his first 2 fights in the UFC, I was like, oh fuck, he's open for damage quite a lot. But after seeing Jan's last performance, like, if he was to fight him, I think he'd actually do a lot better. Like, I was thinking he might be, when Jan was champion, like, he might have been potentially caught with big shots and shit like that.
I feel like he's too quick, Like, he is quite quick for a light heavyweight. Well.
Yeah. Reyes, I just feel bad for him at this point.
Yeah, he's gone.
Absolute destruction. After beating Jones as well.
Yeah.
He did. But this was just like, it just was action, war. Yuri brings it every single time. Just one of those fighters who's either going to get knocked out or knock the person out, and one of the knockouts of the year with a spinning elbow.
That was so satisfying, and then the head hitting the canvas.
And he was almost knocked out at one point with an upkick as well. And
Reyes or Prohashka?
Professional. Well, I don't know if he was almost knocked out, but he got a bit stunned for a second. He got
stunned a few times, I think, but like he just throws through it all.
It was just bombs. It was just straight bombs. It was just so... It was so good.
Like, while normal people would potentially grapple when they're, like, kind of wobbly, he just fucking just throws. which
and
I love.
I guess he's number one contender now.
He is.
So, I look forward to that, and I hope he wins.
Like, surely he fucks up Glover.
I hope he wins. Like, imagine him as champion. I feel like that's what light heavyweight needs at the moment because it's such a dead division. I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my 5.
My number 4.
Yes.
Don't call it a comeback.
I've been here for years.
Max Holloway again. This time versus
Max.
Calvin Kattar.
Yeah.
Probably the most complete performance of the year.
I reckon this is like the best performance of all time.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like, he literally set like every single record for any kind of strike that you could actually imagine.
I love Calvin Kattar.
Yeah.
But I loved seeing him get fucked up in this fight just because Max was so good.
Yeah.
And it was like, again, non-stop action. Max just threw so much, landed so much, fucked Calvin up so much. Like, it was just awesome to watch. The moment in the fight where he's like, I'm the best boxer, and he's ducking like while not looking at Calvin.
It was literally
Matrix shit. Yeah, it really was. Like, that made me just go, that is next level shit right there. Looking like John Mayer and just doing John Mayer
biggest
shit.
regret of my life. This was like, I think this was one. Was this on Fight Island or nah?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Because it was the week of McGregor.
Yeah. So I didn't know that those cards started early. So I woke up and I just saw all down my feed like Max with the absolute destruction.
Yeah, it was so satisfying.
Because I was anticipating this so much as well, and then I actually missed it live.
I mean, Kelvin will come back, but yeah, it was just real, like, so awesome.
His name Giga.
I don't know if he'll win that, but
die in that fight.
Yeah, no, but yeah, this was just awesome to watch. That was my number 4.
My number 4. I have Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. This is like, I don't even really think it's like that amazing of a fight, but I've rewatched it so many times. Like, it wasn't really like a standing brawl or anything. It was kind of, but it just had so much different shit to it. It was like Oliveira getting clipped and then went for a takedown and then got almost caught in a guillotine and then he took his back and then he hits like the back drop and then he gets caught again. He goes down. And that's all in the first round, and he just knocks him out at the very start of the second round. Like, it's not like it's as much action with regards to like striking as like Yuri versus Reyes or anything, but it was just like, I don't know, I find this just a fun one to rewatch.
I mean, that's what I had Oliveira versus Poirier as my honourable mention. That's kind of the same thing. Like, it was real action-packed, and then like Oliveira wins at the end, which is always satisfying as fuck.
Yeah.
But
just that shot to finish it as well. I was just like,
so nonchalant as well.
I just found this such like an enjoyable fight to rewatch, like, and it's just a quick one as well. So that's it. That's all I have to say about that one. My
number 3. We were talking about this the other day. Usman Covington 2.
Yeah.
Man, what a fight!
Rewatched this 2 nights ago.
Rewatched this at work yesterday, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Monday. But man, this fight had everything, and we still don't know who won the fight. Like, genuinely, like we said, we both rewatched it. It could go any way. The judges throw them out because I feel like you could show this fight to 10 different people and you'd have freaking 12 different answers. Like, that's how
I would have literally been fine with any result.
That's like, the thing. Like,
Osmond win, Colby win, draw. I thought there was an argument to any one of those results.
And like, I went through round by round, and
there's just so much different shit to break down. There was like the knockdowns, potential takedowns, just who, like, a few of the rounds the striking seemed so even, you couldn't really tell.
I mean, these two fighting is just always awesome. Like, it's like wrestling, they just have good chemistry.
I would have loved for it to be a draw just so they'd have another one.
They will have another one. They have to have another one.
They will definitely eventually, but just like, that's the fight I want to see, but I feel like cause Colby did, I guess, lose. You can't really just
it makes it harder. But, I mean, it's so weird. Like, you put these two... I remember the first fight, people were like, 2 wrestlers are going to be boring as fuck.
That was like one of the fights of the year. Maybe one of the fights of all time.
Yeah, they just stood and banged. And they did it again in this fight. Colby, like...
tried to mix the wrestling up a bit more, which I think... I feel like Colby kind of had to do to save himself a bit from the striking.
But it worked. First person to land a takedown. Well, not technically, but If you're saying John Jones lost to Dominic Reyes, then I'm saying Colby Covington took down Kamaru
I'm
Usman.
saying that as well.
Yeah.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Because he gets him to his knees and then he like gets him down even more. It's
yeah.
like, I don't know what more you need to do. Have him flat out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my number 3.
Here's my number 3. Controversial, I think, but it is Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler.
Wow, that was my number 1.
Oh yeah, I've seen. Yeah. This probably is just everyone's number 1 for fight of the year. I rewatched it, and like, I'm not saying it's a bad fight by any means, but it's kind of just like, I don't know.
Get sloppy towards the end.
It's like the first round is good.
This is probably one of the best rounds of all time.
And then there's the knockdown in the second round. But then I just find like Chandler just falls off kind of really hard and then doesn't do a lot, and then Gaethje doesn't really have to do more than he has to. And then in the third round, it's like kind of Chandler just taunting him on and not doing fuck all.
I agree with that. Chandler kind of fucked up in the third round.
Like, seeing this live was insane, but then like I rewatched it the other day and it just was like it's obviously my third favourite fight of the year, but yeah, just I don't know. It's not like I'm wanting to see someone die in the cage, but just a bit more consistency for the 3 rounds. I feel bad asking for that when they literally almost probably did die. But
I haven't rewatched it, and you've kind of convinced me maybe to swap my 1 and 2, because my 1 and 2 were kind of neck and neck anyway. It wasn't really solidified, but no, I do agree. I mean, if I'm saying this is my 2, then I'll just talk about it. But yeah, I thought this fight was insane. Like, just, the first round was nuts.
Definitely, like, deserving of the praise it's getting.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying that it's not fight of the year. Like, I perfectly, like, I can agree with you if it is, but, well, the first 2 I liked more.
I think it was blessed to be only 3 rounds. I feel like if it was 5, it definitely would have fallen off.
And they probably wouldn't have fought as hard at as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually thought it was a good banger to open the card as well. I actually kind of liked that decision, even though it was because of Whitman.
Yeah, fuck Trevor Whitman. No, not fuck Trevor.
So that was your 2 as well.
Yeah, so what was your 2?
My 2, you've already talked about it, but it is Osmond versus Covington.
Yeah.
See, this was on the same card as Gaethje versus Chandler, and I actually like this a lot more, especially on the rewatch. Because this was just 5 rounds, and like we've already said, it literally has everything. Like the knockdowns, I was for sure thinking Colby was done, especially just how much Osman's improved since his last fight. And then he came back, got that takedown, that body kick, which actually fucked Osman up, and he actually just, the striking.
Should have kept working on it.
He was almost, it's like Osman couldn't even maintain the striking for 5 rounds compared to Colby, kind of.
We haven't seen him strike over fight. Like, we know his striking has improved, but like Burns, what was it, 3rd round?
It's like having to keep the pace against Colby struggled, I think, a little bit.
Kind of like Nunes.
In the first fight as well. But, yeah, like, I mean, we've pretty much already said everything about it, I reckon. But, I loved this fight. I love both of their fights so much, and I wish we could get a 3rd one.
We have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your number 1.
My number 1, Alex Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega.
Really?
Yeah.
That disappoints me that you said that.
No, I love this fight,
This is the most overrated fight of the year, and I'll die on that hill.
I love this fight. It had lots of action, lots of good.
It did. It had 1 second of a guillotine choke, and I'll die on that hill. No, it wasn't
like, it was Alex Volkanovski fucking up Brian Ortega again.
Yeah.
And it was nice to watch. It was a fun fight to watch. Like you said, it had that moment, but it had moments like prior to that in the fight. Like, there was moments, like, it was just consistently. I didn't feel there was any like slow points through it.
This was a good fight to watch live, I reckon. But rewatching it, knowing there's just going to be a submission that he's going to get out of. I haven't rewatched it. That, even like when we watched it live after it was done, I was like, oh, that was a cool few seconds of a fight.
No, I love this fight.
But I mean, sure.
Yeah.
My number 1. You've said it already. You know what it is.
Holloway versus...
I'm the best boxer in the UFC. Yeah. This probably is my favourite fight of all time. I'm not even...
Really?
Yeah, literally just...
Whoa.
I just love it.
What about Adesanya versus Gastelum?
It's between these 2, but Max Holloway, favourite fight of all time. So obviously I'm just going to be biased towards this fight straight away.
Yeah, but you have a reason to be with Max because he's so good.
Just watching this fight, like 400 significant strikes or whatever, non-stop destroying Cater with anything. Like, there's fucking elbows, head kicks, just trapping against the cage with fucking 10-piece combos. And then it literally just only gets better just with Max absolutely outclassing him with the trash talk and everything. Like, when do you ever see anything like that in an MMA fight? Like, it's fucking, it pretty much never happens.
Fucking Sean O'Malley versus Chris Moutinho, and that just shows the level of Max Holloway
to do it against a top fighter.
Like, like comparing those two fights, Max Holloway with Calvin Kattar is levels above so many other people in that division.
Young freshman,
and in terms of fucking like boxing as well, that's what Calvin Kattar's known for.
And that's why you see coming in, he's going to outbox Max, and he got just rewatching this, it's just, I don't know, it feels like it's just like a work of art.
Gives me deja vu for when Amanda Nunes said she was going to out-grapple Juliana Pena.
I feel like she could have.
She did the first round, but
I feel like she could have done that again.
That was my real number one.
I feel bad for showing number one pick. I'm actually going to take that back, but I'm also going to kind of not take it back as well.
That's fine.
Like, I'm not saying
it's our personal lists, and I enjoyed the fight. Alex Volkanovski's probably my favourite fighter.
It's probably just because it's Volkanovski and I hate him.
That's what I was thinking, but I mean, I love him. But yeah, that was our lists.
Yeah.
Honourable mentions.
Oh yeah.
I think I've already said it. Oliveira versus Poirier, Marlon versus Merab Vashvili, and then 2 Sandhagen fights: Dillashaw and Jan.
I'm actually gonna. Was Hummus Aljamain this year?
Yeah.
I like that fight, even
because
though
that was Aljamain Sterling getting fucked up. I didn't even think about that being this year. I
enjoy that fight.
Yeah.
I've rewatched it as well, and I actually like that quite a lot. And like just seeing Aljamain get kneed, I think even makes it better because like in any way which you could have finished him, like I'd rather just see him get fully kneed in the face. I don't care if he got DQ'd.
Yeah. Or like soccer kicked or something.
It definitely makes it better watching it because I wanted Aljamain to actually win before that fight, but because of everything he's done after, going back and rewatching it, it's so much better.
Yeah.
See him get absolutely ragdolled coming in thinking he's going to be the main wrestler.
How insane is that though? Piotr Jan outboxed the best boxer in the division, and probably Jose Aldo. You reckon Jose Aldo's best boxer in bantamweight?
Straight up boxer, apart from
outstriked the best striker in Corey Sandhagen, out-wrestled the best wrestler in Aljamain Sterling. Like, mans can just do it all.
He's so good.
Yeah.
And, I actually did originally have Jan versus Sandhagen as well. But then I just...
Well, yeah, I mean, I did a top 10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these fights were all in my top 10.
But, like, that was actually originally in my top 5, but I just rewatchability, I just would have rather rewatched these top 5.
Yeah.
But Jan's actually he's one of my favourite fighters, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, we do have one event left in the year, so that could probably... Maybe there'll be a fight in there.
Is it Derek Lewis?
Yeah.
No way.
Well, what about Wonderboy versus
not the chess match. Not the chess match.
Get this man off my TV.
You just know it is going to be the chess match as well.
Get this man off my TV.
If it's not the chess match, I'll be happy.
Yep.
But after seeing Bilal versus Damien Maia, I never want to watch him fight
That was going to be number 1 on my list. But that brings us to the end of the video. Let us know what your favourite fight of the year was. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Picogram.
P-head.
Yeah.
Peace.
Pause it.